Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. One of the most frustrating things that I'm following with the UAW strike is that they have been haggling about how many work hours they want to work per week, right? Going down from, I think, 40 to 35 hours or something like that. And, I can't remember the last time when I went to buy a car and I was haggling the price. Did I ask the manufacturer or the dealer, how many hours did you spend putting the car together, right? I generally buy used cars. How many hours did you spend looking for that used car or dealing with somebody who traded in that used car? No, I care about the car, right? One of the reasons I love making art, I just sold a bunch of these at an art show. One of the reasons I chose that as my side project is that I don't have to answer to how many hours I'm doing it, right? When I think about what art I'm going to make this weekend, it's the final product that I'm shooting for, right? My clients never ask me, or if they do, it's more of a curiosity more than for negotiation purposes. Nobody's going to ask me how many hours it took me to make something, right? Nobody's going to pay me based on that, right? But for some reason, we have this system where hours have become a proxy for productivity. Now imagine I so much suck at making bismuth crystals. So to give you an idea, most of this stuff, actually I would say this stuff hardly takes me any time to do, right? Because I'll be melting my bismuth and then I'll go to my computer to do something else, right? This is a computer game I'm writing for an AI for the game of Gizmos. These guys are a little bit more challenging. They're a little bit more intense in getting the timing right and everything like that. And you got to anodize them. But imagine I suck so badly that it takes me hours and hours and weeks to put one of these together. Do you think any of my art buyers are going to care about that? Oh my God, I can't sell this to you for, I usually get about $100 for each of those guys. I got to ask for $1,000 because it took me 2 weeks of remelting because I suck so badly at getting it done, right? That's exactly what we tell people when we pay them by the hour, right? The more you suck and the more you can waste time at your job, the more we're going to pay you, right? That's literally what we're telling people when we pay by the hour. So many years ago, I answered an ad on Craigslist to do some tutoring. This was a high school student who was getting ready to take an AP exam. And he had like 3 afternoons that he was available before the exam date. I talked to his dad, if I remember correctly. I was working on my PhD at the time. And I gave him a pretty good rate, expecting it to be 3, I think 2-hour sessions, 6 hours altogether. I wasn't even charging all that much, if I remember correctly. Because it was 6 hours and, part of the problem with tutoring is that finding the clients and haggling the deal is the hardest part. So once you get it, you want a good commitment, right? And after the second class, the father calls me and says how excited his son is to take the AP exam, and he doesn't need to cover the 3rd day. And on the phone, I'm congratulating him, but in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, really? You just fired me for doing a good job on those first? So I didn't get the 3rd session. I didn't get paid for it. I thought he should have paid for the 3rd session. I remember talking to the father, and I kind of congratulated him, and then I kind of left a little bit of silence to see if he would say he's going to pay me for the 3rd session anyway, and he didn't. I don't know if I should have asked him for it. Because if you think about it, had he hired an average tutor who might have needed the 3rd session, he would have had to pay for it anyway. And he could have gotten less for 6 hours than he got for 4, right? He would have wasted his son's time, spent more money, right? And what the job really should have entailed is, let's say he took the AP exam. See, I wish when I do tutoring for exams like that, I got paid based on what the kids scored, right? Let's see what, if you score this, I get paid this much. If you score that, I get paid that much, right? That way it wouldn't be tied to how many hours. If I can get him out the door in 2 milliseconds and he gets a 5 on the AP exam, I make more than somebody who wastes his son's time, makes him miss a lot of sleep, and get a 4 on the exam. Right? It really should go that way, right? Similarly with the UAW, what I care about is how reliable my car is. How many miles is it going to get, right?